here today. I just came from church. And man, let me show you. What? And so, alrighty. I was trying to flip the camera. So let me show you. Talk about your high tide. Look at this. I know this is time to fish a crab. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I did think I had a seat, but somebody took it from me. And I just came from church, so I'm wearing church clothes. So look, beautiful high tide. You'll see nothing but the grass. I never seen the tide this high before, but maybe the rain is causing this high tide. I was gonna sit and read the scripture to you, but I have to get to a bench out here with everybody out here with their beach clothes on, and I'm not sitting in no hot car. Well, I thank the Lord for being here. I thank Him for His goodness, His mercy, and kindness. I thank Him for all His many blessings. I thank Him for the high tide, even though I never seen a tide this high before. Well, maybe I have, all the way up to the grass. And I just thank Him. I thank Him for this brief time to be out here with you. And I miss my seat though, that's for sure. But I'm going to throw this in the trash. I have some trash. So this is a walk on the beach because I miss my seat. And we're going to have a walk on the beach. It's going to be a quick walk. And get out here and sit down and read the word because we came from church and I ain't have time. We ain't changed no clothes today for the beach. Maybe some shorts, a bathing suit or something. No. Oh, there's a trash can over here. Did I drop my cup? No. I left my cup. Oh, I don't know how long we're going to be out here. I don't know how long we are going to be out here, but I'm going somewhere to find me a seat. Okay. What I'm going to do is sit on this garbage can over here. It's not a garbage can. It is. They haven't put a cover on it, and they haven't put a bag in it, nor do they have a can in it. Alrighty now, people. I'm getting across here. Oh, it's a can. There's something in here. Alrighty now. Then we're going to turn around and look at the beach. You ready? I showed you how high the tide was. Oh, shoot. Let's look at the sky a little bit. Alrighty, let's look at the beach. And I told you how high the tide was, didn't I? Oh, Lord. I don't mean to catch folks on camera. But I guess I'm at the wrong angle. Oh, Lord. But I showed you how high the tide was. Tide is high. I'm out here. You see that? That's the path. Wait a minute. That's the path. I want to walk down it. You just walk down that path, and it takes you to the ancient sugar trail, I think it is. Come on, let's go see what it is, where it takes you. I'm not walking down there. I'm just going to show you what the signs say it does. Oh, Lord. I won't be sitting down and reading the scripture and just watching the water like I think I was going to do. Like I planned. People are everywhere. So what is this place? Okay. It says this is the Tobacco Road. Okay, this is the old Virginia Tobacco Road that 17th and 18th century. Was a viable form of currency. It could be used to pay taxes, fines, salaries. Oh my God. So this is the old tobacco trail. All right, come on. I'm gonna walk down it. No, I walked down it with my brother Julie and took all these pictures and lost all the video. Oh Lord Jesus. Lost the video on camera somewhere. So I remember the time I went to the park with Dee Dee and Brenda and Joe and all. And I had my camera, my big camera, and I recorded all of them singing, right? And then what did I do? I uploaded it and thought I was erasing it off of the card, and I erased it off the card, off the camera, and everybody kept saying, "Darlene, we all got together to sing. Where's the video?" Uh-oh. I erased it all. I said, I don't want to tell them. I said, I don't want to tell them. I don't want to tell them. I erased the video. Ah, the whole thing. I recently did. I went to a wedding, and then somebody was saying, Darlene, bring your camera, bring this, bring that. I said, I'll bring my little GoPro type camera and the other one and record it. And I did record it, but I needed a, what you call it, photo format. Because, Darlene, what we going to stand at? I was like, I need a photo format. I need to go ahead and write down a wedding photo format so that I can, and just keep it, you know, in my computer, scan it into my computer so I can study it. To make sure if I have to do that again, I'll be ready. And I won't be saying, oh, a ball of confusion. I never forget that. We're at King Lincoln Park. So I did this cookout to bring Sonia, Joe, my sister Brenda. Her husband was there. I think her husband came too. And brought them all together to do that. I did the cookout to bring them there, to record them, to capture it. Now I have 2 cameras. I had those little GoPro cameras, yeah. Those little GoPro type cameras. And that way I have 2 cuts. I have my other camera. I have to get a charger for. Now I could have just pulled that camera, charged it up on the way to the wedding, and took pictures. Maybe one stand. That's a T6. But also have that old Sony I got when I first started when I was in DCBS over there online. And so I have that old Sony they gave me. That still works. I gotta watch it though, it cuts off. But it works good. The sound is great. I found out how to build a little sound room so that the wind can't hit it and it sounds great. You know, you don't hear the wind. You hear the wind, but you hear it like if you were to record it, after I put my little sound booth around it, you hear it as if you were to record. You know how they record sounds of the wind? And you don't hear that sound of it going across the mic? I still got that little soundproof booth thing. It sounds so great. I said, wow. It sounds like natural sound. Oh, here's Brenda. You want to be up here? Is it all right? Okay. She don't want to be up here. Don't nobody want to be up here but me. Not true. That was the horriblest day because getting them back together like that and getting them to come to a cookout was difficult. Hey, Brenda.
Show me. Show me what I see you.
I ain't showing you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you showing that side.
Yeah. Hey, Brenda.
How are you, sis?
Fine.
That's good. That's
Oh, Lord.
amazing.
I didn't get us a table.
That's okay. I'm about to try to take a picture.
Oh.
I'm gonna try.
Take a picture of me. Take a picture.
All right, what you see up there? You don't have to press nothing.
Just tell me what you see.
I see you.
Do you see all of me?
And no.
Well, don't press nothing. Just hold it up to see all of me.
Wait a
Don't
minute.
put it down like that because I'm not.
I'm trying.
Don't press nothing. You see all of me yet?
Yeah.
Hey! I just came from church.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Lord. You see me from head to toe?
Yeah.
All right, don't press anything.
Tell me. Oh my God. Now I got me up here. Girl,
Don't press nothing.
I done pressed something and it's showing me. Oh my God.
Hey, people. I was trying to get a picture of me.
Can't you do your own? Try to do my own.
Do a selfie. I wanted my whole body in it.
Oh,
But I
I'm
could do a
sorry. I
selfie.
was trying, but I got too much junk in my hand.
Okay, I could do a selfie. Get off that car. Get off that car. Hello. Hi. How you doing? I'm doing a selfie. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna try to be. I don't want to be up there.
Yeah. Let's walk the beach. It is nice. It is pretty nice here. It's beautiful. I should have brought my tablet. I didn't know I was coming to the beach. But it's a beautiful day to be on the beach, child, I tell you. Uh-uh. It's a beautiful day just to stop by here. I had planned this whole summer crabbing, fishing every week. My little plans to have me up there once a week fishing and crabbing and Lord have mercy and at different beaches, and the plans just fell through, child. They just fell through. Okay, I'm going to Facebook. I've never been on Facebook before like this, but I'm going to try to. I can't podcast on both stations at the same time because I don't have two different things. But thank you. I might stay up here. I might not go on Facebook yet. I might just wait till it's time to go and do a Facebook quick picture. Beautiful high tide, but it's just a funny high tide. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. I don't know. Want to see it? What colors I'm wearing today? Black and fuchsia. You didn't see my hand, did you? I hope you did. I'm about ready for September. September? I think it's September. You know, crabbing season is almost over. And I didn't go get to do anything I wanted to do because my car broke down. Car did more than broke down and caught on fire. And to keep me from driving it, I sold it. Now, the whole summer all my plans for this summer, well, it's not over yet. It's just been But in September, I declare and decree I'm going to have a car. I'm going to have a car. I'm going to have me a car sometime before the year's out because I already priced them at the junkyard. And if I pay all my bills and pay off all my loans, I'll be able to double back and get a car. Yeah, and pay my loans down. I'll be able to double back and get a car. But the car, I won't. The place I want to go, I think the cars are $2,099 and up. The junkyard, they fix up cars. They're a good junkyard. They're a real good junkyard. They fix up cars. I went to Eggleston and bought a car one time, and something was wrong with the gear shift, and I never did get an actual idea of what was wrong with it until I went to Orlando, and my niece took it to a shop. I had it in one shop, and she pulled it out of that shop. And at first I was angry. I said, go ahead and get that man $500. And then she took it to another man, and he told me exactly what was wrong with it, the gear shift. And, I should have got it fixed. I don't know what. He fixed something on it. I don't know what he fixed. I'm so glad to be talking to you. I guess I'm going to be talking until it's time to go. That beach is packed. I wanted to go and get on the beach too and buy me another bathing suit and just jump on the beach. Buy me a 16 to 20. Yeah. I brought me something from Temu. I brought me a dress, but their sizes, they run small. Like if I went to the store and bought a dress from US, and bought a dress, XL, 18, no, XL would be, I think, a 18, a 20. I don't know. It's always too big for me. No, I could buy 1X. Now, their 1X is 16. I said, okay. I ordered a couple ponytails, but I really need a wig. I don't know why I ordered those ponytails for when I need a wig. Uh, I ordered a curly, fluffy ponytail and a long ponytail. If you ever see something up there when you're buying something and it says for black women only, type in there, you want it for everybody, right? You miss those sales for $4 and $5. And all different kinds of styles. Yes, you do. Don't ever let them do that to you. Just type in wigs for all women, hair pieces for all women, dresses for all women. Never do that. I saw some men jewelry. It was gold. I should have brought it. Would you wear a thick gold chain around your neck? You want to be feminine? Go ahead and put a piece of medallion up there. It's a piece of real 18 karat gold for $10. I saw some beads, right? Said for men only. They were like jade beads, like a jade pearl necklace. Do you think for 1 minute I will pass that by and say that's for men? When I wear that pearl necklace, that jade necklace, it's going to be for women. And who can tell? Who can tell that stuff? Who can tell if a necklace, a pearl necklace, a beaded necklace is made for men or women? It has no writing on it. Because pearls in this country are worn by women. Right? But those thick gold chains are usually worn by men. But ha ha, ha ha ha. thick gold piece of gold chain. I don't know what kind of kilos you would call it. How many pounds or ounces? I say like I don't know. Thick, thick, thick. Look like chains almost. Women wear that. Hey, unless it's a symbol for a man. You know, some people have those what you call them, medallions. And in different countries, some of them symbolize men, those mask faces. Some of them symbolize women. Some of them symbolize marriage. Now that I couldn't wear, but any beads that don't have symbols on them or writing, smooth like a pearl, any pearl necklace that they say they made for men, any piece of gold that they say they made for men, some thick, heavy gold chain, 18 carats. You gonna tell me I can't wear it? Women nowadays wear these thick chains, look like chains that you, real chains, like your chain, like chain your dog to the wall, something like that. Some kind of chains on it. And the women wear that now. Those thick gold chains. So they could wear the medium-sized thick ones. Yeah, I can. Who gonna tell? Who can tell? If I have a jade bead necklace on made for men, or a jade bead necklace on made for women, or amethyst bead necklace made for men, or amethyst bead necklace made for women. This is America, child. Women wear beads here. When they go to their country, beard wear beads. We wear beads. There's nothing to symbolize a male or female. I can surely wear it. What in the world? I'm gonna let a gold chain for $10 pass me by that is being sold by a company, a reputable company, because they say it's made for a man. No, get out of here. Get out of here. That's separatist stuff. Well, some things are made for men. Yeah, clothes. I remember when I was young, I used to go in my brother's closet. He had these Bill Blass, you know, the one that was called Worldable Art. He had all these shirts in there. I didn't know anybody could tell the difference between a shirt made for a man, or a shirt made for a woman. I didn't know they could tell the difference. I looked at that shirt. I said, that shirt matched my pants. I didn't know anybody could tell the difference. And then somebody told me, now, Darlene, a man's shirt is the buttons on the left or something. The woman's shirt, the buttons on the right. I said, oh my God, they could tell. And I stopped doing that because I said all the time I used to grab my brother's shirts because they matched my pants and matched my skirt, and I looked matchy, matchy, matchy. Hi everyone. All that time I was doing that, I was a little girl, no, a teenager, a preteen. I think I was a preteen, and then I was a teen. I think I did that when I was a teen. All that time, I thought nobody could tell. I felt so embarrassed. I said all the teachers knew I had on some kind of bad shirt. Oh my God, yeah, I felt really embarrassed. Oh my God, y'all. Oh Lord. Don't forget to like me and subscribe. And tune in. Yeah, I was so young. I thought that was I thought that was the thing, right? I had no idea. And I used to try to match my blouses with my skirts. I seemed like the most mismatchy flip floppy person because I used to try to do that when I was younger. And I went in there, and I had this multicolored pretty skirt. And I went in the closet and I tried to match. And the smallest color in there, in the skirt, was yellow. And all the rest of it was other colors. I think it was about three colors. Three, the background color, the second color, and then the yellow. So I called myself, I'm going to match this together. I'm going to match, I was in my preteens then. And I'm going to match my skirt with my blouse. And I'm going to look real nice. And Lord have mercy, what did I do? I picked the least color in the skirt. And my sister came and said, Darlene, that's not how you do it. That was my oldest sister. She said, that's not how you match the colors to the skirt. First of all, you need to see the largest color in there. So let's say the largest color is hot pink. Say it's a flower design. The largest color is hot pink. The second color is white. And the third color is yellow. That's a little teeny specks of yellow in the skirt. And I chose yellow. I was not good at dressing at all. Not good at matching colors. I was trying to learn how to match colors. Sometimes I hated going to the store because I didn't feel like I was adequate to picking out clothes. So it was this tag called Geronimo's. And yeah, I said I was preteen. I would go in the store and I would start looking at Geronimo tags. And I would start trying to match the colors with the Geronimo tags because I felt inadequate in matching colors because people saw how I did and kept saying, you're not picking the right colors. So I started going by Geronimo's. So that because sometimes my mom would say, go ahead and shop, Darlene. Go ahead to the store, Darlene. By the time I got to a teenager, I was pretty good at it. No, I just went to the store and bought what I wanted. I remember this time. I could never. I remember this time. I used to sit up in the sit up a concession stand in the apartment complex because I was going to see my friend, and so I would sit up a concession stand so I won't go broke. So my concession stand, I had crunchy fudge. You know that why that happened because I kept using the egg beater. Um, I had crunchy fudge. I had candy apples, and one time I had chocolate bananas. And I'll freezies. I did that later. And I would sit up this concession stand and leave the house to go to my friend's house with $25. You know how it is when you can't have people staying in your house? You got to go stay in theirs. You can't say, hey, come over to my house and stay tonight. Stay in theirs. So, I set up my little concession stand, got my money, and went over my friend's house, had a good time, and spent my money. I spent my money. Oh, Lord. I got to go. And when I went to the store, I had enough money because it was like $9 for a jacket or something like that. But if you catch the sale price, it was even cheaper than that. But when I was with them, I didn't go to the sales rack. I learned how to go to the sales rack as I got older. And so, you go to the sales rack and you pick up something. But I learned how to do that as I got older. Then I just bought what I want, and and I had to get used to shopping alone. I never could do that. I started doing that as I got older. Shopping alone, yeah. You're preteens. You should be able to shop alone when you're in your teens, in your preteens, 13, 14, 15 is your teens. No, yeah, I think 15. You should be able to shop alone, children. You should be able to match colors. You should not have your parents looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes. But of course, you don't shop alone because you're teenagers. I don't know what the rules are. And it all depends on what area you stay in America. You always need an adult with you. Turn to be teenagers. You got to learn to stick together. But you should have an adult. But I know when I turn a certain age, um, my mama didn't go with me everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. She did not. And sometimes I went with friends. But as you get older, right, you have to as you get older, you have to have a sense of, even if you not rich, not middle class, you got to know how to spend money. Because if you don't learn how to spend money, money will spend you. I remember in the 70s, it was this lady. She had a stroke. Her husband had died, and he had left her $1 million policy. And so one of her family members came to take care of her. She was living in the projects. $1 million in the 70s. I think it was like 25 million now, or 30 million or something like that, because uh, I was in between the 60s and the 70s. You know, just the early 70s, I think, or the 60s. You know, you could go to the store and get you a nice dress for $5. Get you one of those expensive dresses for 30. Whatever it was, $1 million in the 70s was like gold, a whole lot of money. So I'm gonna tell you this story. She came into her house. She lived in the projects. Houses was like $30,000 or $40,000. That was one of the big, rich, expensive houses, you know. I think they were 10 or 15,000 or something like that, whatever they were. And she had the lady. She came into her house, spent every dime of her money, and was in the projects with her. In the end, living off of her Social Security check. Unreal. $1 million. And I was a little girl, and I kept saying $1 million. No house. No need to move her out of the projects into an apartment, because after the money gone, she's going to have to, no car. Brought the lady no new clothes. She had what her husband and her husband had. No house, no car, no new clothes. Everything spent. And she used to come in there and beat her like a child with a belt. And she had a stroke. You know what a stroke means? You can't make some decisions. Your mind is sometimes mixed up. This stuff is real. Every dime she had, her husband left her, the whole $1 million gone in the 70s. Not nothing left. Still living in the projects, still waiting for a welfare check. Not a welfare check, but Social Security check. This, and when I heard that, I called it the spending disease. See, that my grandmama generation, they heard they can get this insurance policy for $1 million. And yes, they weren't rich. And they all got together, some of them did, because the scripture in the Bible that says a father looks out for his children, even in his death, right? So they all got together. And that was the free told the bound, if you don't get an insurance policy for your children, you are not a man, all right? So the bound might have been screaming they slaves, but the bound left their family $1 million insurance policy because they were running around with the free. No, because they made a decision to do that. That was the ones who lived in the projects and lived among. They made a decision. They wanted their wives and their children, their wives not to work. So the African Americans, Caucasians, whoever poor was, got together and they did that. They was excited about this $1 million policy and how they could leave their children and their wife $1 million to set them off. Yes, it would. In the 70s, 80s, even the 90s, $1 million is good money now too. I don't know what to say. I said, what in the world? I was almost a little girl. 10 or 11. What in the world? And, there was no name for it. But we called it the spending disease. Don't nobody want the spending disease. Nobody want to end up outside when they don't need to be there. Nobody want to end up in all this debt when they don't need it. Nobody want to end up not able to make the right decisions because of the spending disease. Some people got the spending disease. Honey, they'll spend $1 billion in a year. Have no house, no car. And then I was looking on hoarders. This man had this wife. His wife had hung herself or died. And so he had got another wife. This woman siphoned money out of his account and know who bill she was paying, probably her children. Siphoned money out of his account. He didn't have money to keep, took a second mortgage out on his house. A first one, a second one. The house was paid for. Took a second mortgage and was siphoning money. And of course he loved her. And then when he got real sick, she didn't want him in the house. She married him and just kept taking money, siphoning money to her kids. And get this, she was giving her son money for a rented apartment. All her children, I don't know if all of them had rental, but that child did. I said, what? What in the world? And she did that till she had to leave the house because his kids had to take him because she didn't want to take care of him. And they kept saying on Hoarders that he had a mansion. I said, wow. See, the spending disease keeps the poor poor. And it keeps the rich poor too. The middle class poor. You can't come up with it. You want to be able to come up in life and have a house, own, so you won't have to keep paying that mortgage. Uh-huh. And all that kind of stuff. Renting is all right, but once you get older, renting becomes a problem. It does that. It's best to own. Even though I don't own, well, I kept saying I can't. So that's mental illness. That's doubt and fear. I don't know what it is. It's weird as I don't know what. You making $500 a week. You making money like the shipyard. And you keep saying you can't do this and you can't do that. That is totally weird. But you don't want the spending disease. And the spending disease will spend where you had trouble at as a child. You know what I'm saying? If you had trouble and you couldn't get no food. That's why I can't see that. My mama told me never to do that. Darlene, if you have a lot of money, don't ever starve your child. You see, poor kids have problems because they couldn't get no food. And some of them even hoard food. You go in the baby closet, the baby got sodas in there. They done stole cookies because the baby had hungry days. Why do you have all that money and giving your child hungry days? Because of their overweightness. You can't get no baby no overweight child hungry days. And then I remember this one lady, her child was skinny, yeah. And then all of a sudden, she started letting her child stay in the house with people and visit people. Her child got overweight. Her child was not born overweight. Why your child overweight and your child won't born overweight? When you have diabetes, we are always taught that we have heavy children. Our children are sometimes born overweight. Sometimes they're even born with type 2 and type 1. They born with it. Don't matter how much they lose weight, they got type 1 and type 2. It's not tragic. You just take those vitamins and eat protein. And see if you have a vitamin deficiency. The March of Dimes. Remember the March of Dimes. You know? Just talking about that. I don't know why that lady thought she was doing something. Her mind was just not working right. How is that getting anywhere? She shouldn't have siphoned money, that's true. Shouldn't have took a second mortgage out on the house. She had an alternative place to go. Some people, they just continually live in the past. That happened to me. I was rejected by people when I was younger. And then that was outside forces. Then I let those forces get to the inside of me. And I started rejecting people. Now you tell me. And then you live like that. You live in a past of rejection. Everybody rejecting you. Nobody accepting you. No, it's you not accepting yourself. And not accepting yourself as a good person. And not recognizing that that's 10 people. There's 200 million over there. 2 billion, 5 billion. 7 billion people.